21st of February, Cape Palliser to Wellington and the Cook Strait Ferry. We had a great sleep last night despite the raging wind. The wind must have rocked us off to sleep. We made a quick and early getaway this morning and headed back over familiar roads to Featherston. Then it was a slow but good drive over the Remataka Hills. Once approaching Lower Hutt, we googled where to get a new tyre. We were blessed with a double car park just along from Tony's Tyre Service. A bit pricey, but we needed it replaced. Then another 5-minute drive to Super Cheap Auto, where we bought another low-profile jack. Now we could head to the Blue Bridge Ferry. Except, co-pilot took us to a different Blue Bridge Ferry, 19 k's from where we were meant to be. Once we discovered the error, next time put in the actual address, not a business name, we made our way to the ferry terminal and were still in plenty of time. On board in the public area, we met a lovely elderly lady called Christina van Mestdag McGregor. She was as entertaining as her grand name. She'd lived a full life, was extremely knowledgeable, and had a very sharp mind. She told us many stories of her life, and the time passed quickly. She bought us coffee because we shared our table with her. She still drives her car, even though she's in her 80s, and holidays back in England. What a woman. The whole journey was beautiful, although it rained approaching Picton. We made our way to the NZMCA park at Koromiko, and while setting up our caravan, a lady approached us. "Are you from Paihia?" It was Claire and Tony from Paihia Baptist Church. It's a small world. Today is Saturday the 22nd of February 2025. We left Koromiko NZMCA park and headed into Blenheim, hoping to get 2 new replacement tyres, except we couldn't find Bridgestone. Co-pilot seemed to send us around and around in circles. 2 tyre shops didn't want to serve us before they closed in an hour, being Saturday, so we drove on. We went to the Omaka Historic Air Museum around midday. We went through the World War I exhibition, which was really impressive. The planes were relics. The pilot and observer had no cover over them, and the observer had to stand up in the plane to shoot with a rifle. It made me think of how well protected we are in our Coast Guard plane, with seatbelts, earphones, and a head covering, and no rifle needed. The men were young as pilots, and some lost their lives early on in life. They were brave men. There are a lot of heroes among them, including some from New Zealand. They were all heroes, really, to go to war. We pulled off to look at the pink salt lakes at Lake Grassmere. There were enormous salt piles at the salt works. We drove on until Larry had to do a U-turn on a narrow road to get us back to State Highway 1. The scenery is stunning along the Kaikoura coast. We played tag with a scenic train and spotted many people looking for whales. We tooted and waved and they all waved back. We set up the caravan at NZMCA Old Beach Road. It's massive. After dinner, we drove around Kaikoura to the lookout, into town, and finally we wandered over the sea rocks looking for seals. There were none to be seen tonight.